Hey, tonight we're going to go ahead and review a special wine out of my own personal cellar, something my wife and I purchased about 3 or 4 years ago. Corvus Red Mountain 100% Mourvedre. Stay tuned. All right, Scott from the Rookie Wine and Whiskey Enthusiast, and tonight I am reviewing a wine from my personal cellar that I haven't seen in about 3 or 4 years. My wife and I run everything on an app called Cellar Tracker, and I'll post a link to them down below. These guys are great. It helps me keep my inventory relatively organized. The only problem is the operator, which is me. We sometimes get a club wines in and I forgot to put it in input, but you know what? That's my fault, not theirs. Anyways, as I was scrolling through my Cellar Tracker, I noticed I had this particular wine and it was ready to drink, and I wanted to go ahead and break it out. And what it is, it's Corvus Cellars out of Walla Walla. This is 100% Mourvedre. Now, Mourvedre is normally used as a blending grape. Here in the state of Washington, you'll find a lot of it in GSMs, which is Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvedre. It's a great blend. Washington State has some great GSM blends. But Corvus, what they did is they went ahead and did a 100% Mourvedre. So we're going to go ahead and taste it. I've already gone ahead and poured it. And looking at the color, I'm going to take a look at the light here. It's extremely dark. The ring on the color, you're looking at a kind of a medium to dark garnet on this. There are no little floaties in there, so the cork was good and intact. And now this had been sitting on its side for a while, so I did open this up and I didn't decant it, but I did take the cork out for about 30 minutes before I poured the first glass. So let's go ahead and take a nose on this. Ah, boy, that is a beautiful nose. Now, what really strikes with Mourvedre, and Mourvedre and Grenache, especially in the state of Washington, they really take on some herbal notes. This one here, the fruit is kind of a plum or plum sauce, blueberry, tobacco, oregano, and sage. There's some really good herbal notes on the nose on this, which is really, when I think of Grenache and Mourvedre, that's what I really think of, is that it's a minerally herbal type of wine. But let's go ahead. Boy, I really do like that oregano and plum sauce nose on that. That is amazing. Let's go ahead and take a sip. There's a spicy note to this. It's black pepper, a little bit of maybe star anise or clove, some tobacco, some coca, some cacao powder. That plum and blueberry, though, they come out. Oh yeah, this is a good wine. Now, the only thing I'm having a hard time, now the spiciness, by the way, is lingering on the sides of my tongue. This is a really, this is a really good Mourvedre. Now, this is a Red Mountain Mourvedre, and you guys, if you've seen my Hedges Family Estate video earlier, and I will try to post a link to it either here or here. I'm still learning how to video edit, so we'll figure that out. And if not, it'll be down in the description below. But Red Mountain, for all of the AVAs, the territories in the state of Washington, Red Mountain is the most expensive AVA when it comes to grapes. And this is a Red Mountain Mourvedre. The finish on it is relatively, I would say, medium to short, or short to medium. And what I mean by the finish is that the finish is relatively complex. I'm tasting everything all the way through the finish, but it's not lingering. The only thing that's lingering is the spices, the pepper spice along the sides of my palate. Let's go ahead and have one more sip of that just to make sure. Yeah. Now I will say, let's talk about the tannins on this real fast. This is a medium bodied tannic wine. The acidity on it though is relatively low. I'm not getting a whole lot of acid on it. Now the alcohol on this one here, I believe is, yeah, it's 14.9%. So for a wine, this is a relatively high alcohol wine, but I don't get that on the nose, and I'm not really getting it on my palate either. I'll be honest with you, I'm really impressed with the flavor profile of this wine. I'm really impressed with how it initially hits my palate. The finish though, with it being relatively short, this is a medium-bodied wine. Not everything really meshes on this particular wine, but I'll tell you, if you want a Washington State 100% Mourvedre, you can't go wrong with this particular wine. I really think on the low scale, and I don't like to do multiple numbers. I initially thought this was maybe an 85 out of 100. But after having it sit open for a little bit longer, this is actually an 87 or an 88. No, it's an 88. This is an 88 out of 100 point wine. And Corvus, I'll be honest with you, I'm looking forward to going. I want to go back out, and I do want to go back out to this particular tasting room out in Walla Walla. Funny thing is when my wife and I first went out to Corvus, found out that my wife is a graduate of University of Puget Sound. The owners are graduates in the University of Puget Sound, and I believe they graduated 1 year before and 1 year after, depending on the spouse. I can't remember which. But anyways, again, this is a good wine. It's bordering on great. Like I said, for 100% Mourvedre, an 88, solid 88 out of 100. And I would not hesitate. So I'll go ahead and put a link to the Corvus's website down below. If you like this video, if you've had Corvus, first of all, please comment down below. If you have a 100% Mourvedre that you've tried before, please go ahead and mention that down below as well. I wouldn't mind taking a look at a new 100% Mourvedre and comparing it to the Corvus. Go ahead if you are interested in sharing, or if you want to go ahead and talk to somebody about this particular wine, share this video with your friends. Go ahead and share it on your timeline, and whether it's Instagram or Facebook or whatever other social media is out there. And if you want to see more of this type of content, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. When you go ahead and hit the subscribe button, a little bell is going to show up next to it. Go ahead and hit that. And that way, whenever I upload new videos, you guys are going to be the first to know. So anyways, this was actually a surprising wine. And what I want to go ahead and leave you with is don't hesitate to experiment with 100% varietal grapes. A lot of times, you'll find that diamond in the rough. So anyways, please drink responsibly. And don't forget, the motto of this show is life is too short for either bad wine or bad whiskey. Cheers and salam. That's good wine. Have a great evening. Thanks much.